a unifying figure. I mean, the presidency is the single institution we have that is actually expected to unify the nation. So it's a job basically that entails contradictory purposes. I mean, you can say at the level of
what makes
grand
for the
statements
ability
and-
to be a unifying president, for example, and under the present circumstances where we're fiercely divided, how do you see that being able to play out?
Well, I think the first qualification for president should be communication skills. The president must be able to define a vision and convince people this is reachable. We've not had the sort of rara president since Fidel Ramos, who very consciously and very methodically worked the role of the president as the
Very scientifically too. I
as
mean,
the
he mastered
communicator.
polling.
That's right. And he didn't start out as a great communicator by any measure, but he knew that the job entailed getting people behind him, defining goals, even creating myths about what we could be and what is possible. But of course, tragically, his term ended with the Asian financial meltdown, and all the points of consensus that he had managed to build just melted away with the financial crisis, and that all the things about tigerhood and everything just crumbled.
I think it's Paul Hutchcroft, or one of these American academics who have been observing the Philippines for 20 years, I think recently observed that he seems to be seeing a cycle coming in. He says that after the EDSA 1 cycle, which was the idea of broad coalition coming in to try to reinvigorate the country, that we shifted to populism with ERAP, but that he sees the era of populism and, in a sense, class warfare receding and being replaced by this sort of a desire for a broad tent to come in again. Do you agree
I don't know
with
if it's a desire for coalitions or a desire for a more manageable state. I think people want more management. I remember in '92, nobody saw Miriam or Fidel Ramos actually contesting it in the end. Because our elections are basically mood elections. They're dictated by the mood of the moment. And in '92, after all the coup d'etat and all the brownouts and everything, people wanted a managerial president. If they wanted a coalition builder, that would have been Mitra.
Mm-hmm.
But they wanted a managerial president, a president who gets things done. And I think we're returning to that sort of mood. We want someone who can get things done, but also someone we can trust. The theme of the last few years was this eternal distrust for those who wielded power, and we want to move out of that. So we're torn between, a sense that we really need a manager who can get things done. Build spillways.
Okay, now are you saying this because you're the guy writing Gibo Teodoro's platform, or or?
No, I think that it's we have an unsettled voter mindset at the moment, whether we want a
Quickly,
doer or a symbol.
To end, to bring our focus to one single point, if this is the divide between someone we can trust and someone who can get things done, that narrows down the field basically to a two-man race in many ways. How do you see it playing out so that in the end, the broader public will accept the results?
Well, the first thing is that the elections must be credible. No hanky-panky this time, and we can't afford 6 more years of quarreling over who actually won the elections. As long as that's clear, then a new tone for politics must be set after that. Nothing we can do in the next 4 months. This is partisan squabble. But after that, whoever comes up at the top of the heap must consciously
Heal the wounds, bind the wounds.
well, heal the wounds is I mean, it has lost its bite as a phrase, but do consensus building. I mean, we've had a devastated decade largely because our politics was poisoned and our institutions were corrupted. We have to remove the poison from our politics so that we can build consensus.
Okay, and on that note, thank you, Professor Magno. I'm Manolo Quezon, and this has been The Explainer. Happy New Year.